Welcome to the Honeymoon Mindset Podcast, discussing topics to give you tips and tools so you can choose to live your relationship with a honeymoon mindset. Here are your honeymoon mindset experts, James and Beth. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Honeymoon Mindset. I am James. So great that you joined us. I have a team of assistants that help me with my social media. It's so much, so vast. It's a great team, wonderful team. I love them. And they came up with a list of topics for us to talk about on the show. Of course, I welcome them. I like ideas. One is, how do you find, if you're single, how do you find the right partner for you? How do you do that? First and foremost, it's a great question. It's one that I asked myself when I started dating in college and I dated in high school, but in college I really started asking that question. What I really did was I stopped asking, I stopped looking. You need to just stop looking, stop trying to find somebody. The right person will come to you. You two will meet somewhere. You two will connect. First and foremost, what you need to do is, one, stop looking. Like I just said, stop looking. Because a lot of times when we start looking, start searching, start trying to find somebody, we don't know who we're looking for. We're just looking for somebody we have an interest with, somebody that piques us, that's somebody we can hang out with. And you start dating them and you start hanging out. They're fun, they're great. But that's all it is. And it sometimes keeps going, great. Sometimes it becomes a friendship. Sometimes it doesn't end well. So stop looking for somebody. 2, work on yourself. Figure out who you are. Some people say opposites attract. There's a lot of truth to that. Opposites attract. But even though there's opposites, you don't want to go too far in the extremes of opposites. Figure out who you are. You're going to want somebody that has some interest with you, so you have some common ground. But yet you want somebody that's different than you, so you have somebody that will connect with you in your interests, your uncommon grounds. But if they're too extreme, it's become a sore spot. Now, that doesn't mean you can't work those sore spots out or issues and come to an agreement, a compromise, which is awesome and great. I know there's people that have totally different religious beliefs or political beliefs, and they're total opposites, but they work on it together. They found a middle ground, and they love each other dearly, which is great. That's an example of extremes, opposites working. But most don't. It's hard. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of commitment. And it takes a lot of communication and being vulnerable. And being okay with not agreeing. And comfortable with it. Some people aren't. That's why you got to figure out who you are. Figuring out what your values are. Here at Honeymoon Mindset, we're big on values. Because we feel that determines where you're going to go in life, who you are, what you're going to do. That determines your priorities. Because your priorities are based on your values. When you know that, when somebody comes into your life, you click. You will just mesh. They will just, okay, this person gets me. This person understands me. I get this person. So first, stop looking. 2, work on yourself. 3, when you do meet that person, you're going to want to keep improving on who you are. You get automatically interested in who that person is. You get intrigued by them. You want to know more about them. You'll do stuff for them. You'll want to do stuff with them. Things that you never thought you would like, become an interest because it's interesting to them. And vice versa. They want to spend time with you. They want to learn about who you are, what you're doing, why you do what you do. Hobbies that you have that they would never like or be interested in. They take an interest in because they care about who you are. They want to improve themselves for you. You want to improve yourself for them. You want to help them in their improvement. You want to come alongside them, not make them better. You can't change them. You can't change anybody. If you go in a relationship, oh, I'll change them later. Oh, I love this person. They're great. They're fun. We get along. I'll just change these 2 or 3 things later on. No, that's not the way it works. Most of the times that ends in disaster. That ends in a breakup, divorce, whatever you want to call it. But what I mean is, you take a natural interest in who they are, in an area in their life that they want to improve. You want to come alongside and help. You want to come alongside and say, what can I do to help you in this area? And vice versa. I'm struggling in this. I can't figure this out. How can you help me? You seek them for help. You want them to come help you, make you better. Help figure it out. Just like with me, I have had horrible, I don't want to say English skills, but horrible writing skills. Grammar. That's the word I'm looking for. Grammar. Beth is better at it than me. She is. So I had her proofread things. I have her read things. Even it could be a simple text to my kids. I have her sometimes read it. Because I'll miss a word that I thought I put in when I was writing it. Or I'll take words out that I should have left in. Or I might accidentally hit the backspace key on the small keypad. That's why it's important. You find somebody who's willing to help you. Help accept your flaws for who you are, but also know that it's not a big deal, but when they're ready, I'll be there to help them. I'll be there to help fix things. I'll be there to help lift them up when they're down and out. And same thing, I want that person to be there alongside me when I'm struggling. To be my champion, to be my cheerleader, to be my peanut gallery cheering me on. That is how you find somebody. You stop looking, you work on yourselves, and then when they do, you find a normal, intriguing interest in them, which will lead to, fourth, like I've said, somebody you want by your side, and somebody you want to come alongside and help them improve the way they want to improve and get better. And you take interest in their hobbies, their interests, and vice versa. It becomes natural. It becomes a very unique dance. You look at some of those ballroom dances. Some of them are how they spin and dance and not step on each other's feet. That's what you're doing here in this relationship. It's a beautiful dance. It's going back and forth. It's weaving and woving, helping each other and make the other person look beautiful when they're doing this part of the dance or that part of the dance. And when one person's struggling in this area, you lift up or you come alongside to help them so it doesn't look like they're struggling. That's what we're doing here. In order to get that beautiful dance in that relationship, you have to be able to take it and be able to go back and forth naturally. And then when there's a struggle, you come alongside to help that person, however that person needs help and assistance. Not taking control, not fixing it, not being, this is what you do. Okay, no, what can I do? What do you need from me? How can I help you? What can I do for you? That is the beauty of a true relationship. So when that person comes in, you'll automatically feel it. And then finally, when you're apart from that person, you want to be with them. You want to be with them. Even when times are hard. Even between you two, your partner, guess what? You want that person. There's a lot of times where Beth and I are at odds with each other, irritating each other. But you know what? That's the person I want, is Beth. And that's that honeymoon mindset working. That's that relationship working beautifully the way it's supposed to work, naturally. Yes, there's times where Beth and I work on things. We have issues. But we work on it. Sometimes we just work on it a little bit. Sometimes we go right in and dive in and try to fix it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we just work on a little bit, and that's all it needs. We know it's still an issue. We know it still works, but you know what? We just need this little bit right now. And then we move on. So, to look for somebody, to find somebody for a relationship, 1, stop looking. 2, work on yourselves. 3, when that person comes in, it's going to click. It's going to work like a beautiful dance. You're going to take a natural interest and vice versa. You're not going to want to fix them. You want to come alongside and help them become better. You're going to want them to come alongside you and help you become better. And you'll find yourselves naturally improving yourselves for them. 4th, you're going to realize that that's the person I want. That's the person I want by my side when life's going hard, when life is difficult. That's who I want by my side. You know, and when things are tough between you two, that's the person you want by your side. Nobody else but that one. That's how you know you found the right person. It's not looking for them. It's just being open. And when you are working on yourselves, here's an interesting fact. You get to figure out what kind of person you want or need in your life to help you grow. It's very interesting. When you're working on yourself, you figure out, oh, I need somebody like this. And you start to imagine that person. And eventually that person will come into your life. So, again, to spark that relationship, to spark that honeymoon mindset, you got to work on yourself. Stop looking. Work on yourself. When that person comes in, you're going to want to naturally improve who you are. Make yourself better. Because you become aware of your flaws. You want to come alongside and help them become the better them of who they want to be. And when life is tough, you want them by your side, cheering you on, helping you. And when you're at odds with each other, there's nobody else you want with you than that person. That is how you spark the honeymoon mindset.